Your whole life you've been told lies about confidence. That some people are born with it and others are born without it. Or on the contrary, that it takes half a lifetime to become confident. Or, and I know you've heard this one, you gotta fake it till you make it. They're all wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, my name's A. Robertson, and I would love to have you as my subscriber. Come on, don't act all shy and surprised. You know we're vibing. If you heard me say fake it till you make it before and you're a little bit caught off guard by me saying like, hey, that's one of the lies. Liar! Let me clear that up with secret number one. The reason why you can't fake your way to confidence is because confidence isn't about how you feel, it's about what you do. That means that you can't fake it till you make it because the faking it is the making it. If you're acting confident, you are confident. I've talked about this before. It's the whole euphoria, Maddie thing. Like
90% of life is confidence. And the thing about confidence is no one knows if it's real or not.
It's all real. If you act like it's real, it's real. Confidence is about action. The actions you take, even if you're shaking on the inside, those actions are the confidence. People who say like, oh, I would never have the confidence to wear something like that. Fact of the matter is that if you're wearing it, you do have that confidence, even if you're feeling some certain type of way. And the thing is, all the women you see who have those outfits, they're like, oh my God, I would never dare to do that. They might be feeling the exact same way. Trust me, I know. But they're doing it. And the more you do it, the more it feels natural. And who we pretend to be, we are. Is that Kurt Vonnegut? I feel like it is. Who we pretend to be, we are. Ha! Kurt Vonnegut. See, I had the confidence to name drop him, and I just so happened to be right. The older we get, the more we notice this, but I'm going to remind you, and especially because I know you might be younger, so you might not have discovered this yet. And if that's the case, then sorry to tell you that Santa Claus isn't real, because yes, this might be a little earth-shattering, but no one knows what they're doing. Like literally, no one knows. If you're a teacher like I've been, it's terrifying. You're in a room with the responsibility of like 10, 15, 20 children, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even have children of my own. And even if I did, these are so many kids. We just get thrown into all of these situations all the time. And we're like, oh no, what am I doing? I'm not prepared for this. Or like when people become parents, they're like, what? This is a kid? This is mine? That's how life is all the time. And no one knows what they're doing until they all of a sudden feel like they do. The people we view as confident, the people we view as authority figures, they're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I hope I'm doing the right thing. The people who know what they're doing are the people who are really, really good at pretending like they know what they're doing and make other people feel calm around them, which is an amazing quality and something we should absolutely aspire to have. And I think it's easier to get there once you know that it is in a way fake, as much as anything can be fake. It is a lot easier to act confident and feel self-assured when you're doing things that assure yourself. For example, let me be very real. I've been struggling to film this video today because I did not feel my best physically. So I spent some time on my makeup, did my hair, and right before I started filming this, like literally, I started filming 10 minutes ago, so literally 15 minutes ago, I was like, kind of like the Grinch.
This is ridiculous. If I can't find something nice to wear, I'm not going.
That's me every time I'm about to film a video. I'm like, if I don't find the right top, I am not filming this video, like a little brat. And I'm like, okay, Zoe, let's find the right top then, shall we? Like, calm down. Honestly, to project the type of confidence you want to project, it does help a lot if you're, for example, dressed in a way that makes you feel comfortable. But not only that, if you're carrying out a lifestyle that fits you, like I definitely feel more confident and more inclined to make the right decisions and talk to people when I'm actually working out. If you have a lifestyle that makes yourself feel as good as possible physically, mentally, and emotionally, if you have a good routine, it's a lot easier to show up in the way we want to show up. Basically, becoming as aligned with ourselves as possible. Many of these tips are based on how to get confident as quickly as possible, basically instant confidence, because hey, you can definitely get confident within less than 10 seconds. However, the secret that I'm going to spill right now is something that will help you become more and more confident every day for the next years to come, and will give you this long-lasting inner confidence that will honestly change your life. And this is to speak up for yourself, speak up for others, respect your own boundaries and values. Basically, integrity and self-respect. The more you value yourself, the better you treat yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you can do that and respect yourself, the less you have to look to others and other people's reactions and realize that your boundaries, your morals, and your integrity is number one. Above all relations, and especially looser relations, the more confident you'll feel, because you'll realize that the only person's opinion who truly matters is your own in regards to how you look, how you speak, how you act, how you choose to live your life. And the more you'll realize that, and the more you sort of shift from other people's opinions to your own opinion and to respecting yourself first and foremost, the more confident you'll be, because you'll know that the most important relationship you have is the relationship you have with yourself, a truly lifelong relationship. If you're scared to do something that you want to do it! For me, this is rule number one. There's so many things we want to do that would make our life 1,000 times better that we don't do because we think, what would someone think about that? Or what if something happens? What if this? What if that? The only thing we can do is sort of prepare, read up on things, be safe, but then we have to do things.
Our dream lives are on the other side of our comfort zone.
The more we go out of our comfort zone, the more confidence we gain because we realize we can do anything. I was terrified the first time I flew alone, even though I flew within my country and I was going to go to my friend's place. Literally terrified because I was like, oh, I'm not the type of person who can keep track of a plane ticket. That was my concern. And I realized, oh wait, I am. And so when I traveled for my first time, again, just a couple of countries over, but staying alone and all of that, I did have a lot of thoughts in my head oh, what if I can't keep myself safe? What if I can't find my hotel? What if my phone dies and I don't have Google Maps? I'm not that type of person who can find my way without Google Maps. I'm not the type of person who, etc., etc. But all of those limiting beliefs, I was like, get lost. I am not listening to those limiting beliefs when they are keeping me from something I really want to do. And once I did it, I realized not only is traveling alone as awesome as I always thought it was, and I got a little bit addicted to it, but also I am that type of person who can do all of those things. And the more I've tried new things, the more I realized we are the type of person that we want to be, that we think we are, that we act as if we are. If you think to yourself, oh, I really want to learn how to fly an airplane, but I'm not the type of person to fly an airplane. Hey, if you just go and take one lesson, you are that type of person because you did it. Life is a costume party. Life is a movie happening in real time. We can just put on a different wig if we want to, and it's really that simple. There's not a grand conspiracy to keep you from learning how to fly a plane. No one really cares what you do. You think, oh, people are going to judge me for this, people are going to judge me for that. Maybe, but they're not going to spend a lot of time thinking about it because they don't care. The only person who cares is you. If you want to do it, do it. If people put you down, cut them out. Again, it goes back to what I was saying, all these small comments that we somehow let affect our identity. Yes, it's obviously good to not let those things affect our identity, to throw them in the trash pile, but what is even better is not hearing those comments at all. Some people, unfortunately, most of what they say belong in the trash pile.
You're trash, Brock.
And not everyone deserves our company. And like I've said before, I think to myself, if I don't want my dog around someone, if I don't want my future kids around someone, I don't want that person in my life. Why would I allow someone to harm me in a way that I wouldn't allow them to harm my future kids or someone else that I love? That doesn't make sense. If that's the case, that person is clearly toxic. Don't talk to me. Obviously, sometimes you can't cut someone fully out, but cut them out as much as you can, because those comments and those types of persons, they chip away on your confidence. They really do. And it takes years, sometimes decades or lifetimes to recover from that. And if you put yourself down, cut that out. You have to be wary of what you think. If you're thinking negative thoughts, you got to replace them with positive thoughts. You got to say nice things to yourself in the mirror. You got to write down nice things about yourself. Every time I think something negative about me, I say to myself, stop it. That's it. We're not going any further. Anything you would be so hurt or angry or sad or disappointed if someone else said to you, or that you would never say to someone else, don't say that shit to yourself. You deserve better. I don't know how to put this secret in a nice little bow, but the point is that if you make a mistake or if you make a transgression or if you do something that you're like, oh, shouldn't have done that, and you feel like, oh my God, this is the end of the world, look at it more objectively. Think, what if Susan did that? What if Joe did that? What if I read some character in the book do that? That's the one I use a lot. It's like, what if I was reading this in a book? How serious would it be? How bad would I feel for this character? Use the power of objectivity to find out whether or not you should really be thinking about this thing and caring about this thing so much and it's so serious, or if you're just being dramatic because it's about yourself and you're being a little self-indulgent. And for instant confidence, if you're in a high stress situation, pretend to be the most confident person you can think about.
I was thinking how I would make the perfect American president based upon my skill set.
Whether you're pretending to be a character in a book, a gorgeous actor, some person in your life who just always rocks whatever they're doing, or one of my personal favorites, the ideal version of yourself. Be that person and just feel as if you are that person and do and say whatever they would do. You don't even have to go as far as to act like a completely different person. One thing you can do is if you're feeling self-conscious about like one specific thing, for example, acne, or that you're a little shorter than you want, or a little taller than you want, a little thinner, a little thicker, what you can do is just pretend like that one thing isn't true. If you have acne, be like, oh, I'm so happy that I have flawless skin. Or if you're a little short, be like, oh, I love my height. Thank God I'm so tall. You know, just pretend like you are. And let me tell you why this works. By a quick anecdote that I can't fully remember that I heard from someone else. There was this experiment where someone got put on this like gigantic scar in their face. They went into a waiting room and like everyone was staring at them, which sucks. And like, oh, this is what people with serious scars see, like blah, blah, blah. Wrong. Because the kicker is that some people, or sometimes or whatever, they did have the scar. Other times they didn't. The same people with and without the scar felt the exact same way. They all felt like they were being stared at and that people were treating them very strangely. When in fact, since they were all acting the same way, their acting or maybe their imagination made people look at them strangely, or they picture that people looking at them strangely. Because more than anything else, we as humans have this perception that isn't always accurate. Sort of like how our mind can change memories. Our mind can also just make us see things in different ways based on how we're feeling. How we're feeling is number one. It's not how we actually look. It's not how we actually dress, how we actually talk. A lot of the time, it's just what we believe that people are thinking about us. And that is why some people are super hot and have zero risk, and other people are maybe not as conventionally attractive and have level 10 risks. Because it's all about perception and how you are acting. If you're acting confident, you're confident. People like that. If you're super hot, but you're acting super weird because you think there's something wrong with your face that isn't there, and that is off-putting.
You should be off-putting.
So just start acting confident. That being said, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.